Hey guys, Coach Henry here, coming at you with Clint, helping me out today. So guys, we're gonna get into a really important concept, which is hand fighting. So we just talked about grips, right? Different ways of gripping the body, different ways of attacking. So now we're gonna put them into use and talk a bit about defense, okay? So let's start that off. So we're not grappling, at least not really actively grappling, until we touch each other, okay? Once we establish some kind of grip, now the actual combat's engaged. Until then, we're kind of like jockeying for position, often feints and fakes. If you have a wrestling background, you often get like kind of fake shot movement. And we'll get into all that as we go. But usually we want to establish some kind of grips on your opponent. Now what grips you're going for is really going to depend on what your goal is, okay? We're going to talk about a couple of these things in the next videos, but let's get through some just fundamental concepts. So we'll start with defensive gripping. So my partner gets a grip on me, okay? It's a single wrist grip, okay? It's really important to think about the anatomy of the hand, so come on in a little bit. There's a gap here between his fingers. If I try to bring my arm through his palm, he's gonna be really strong. Even through his fingers, now his finger strength is gonna help stop me. But if I bring my arm through this gap between his fingers, it's a lot easier to break that grip, okay? Even if I wasn't wearing a slick rash guard. Simple, okay? So it's really important to understand. Now this is gonna be a little different in the gi, but for no gi, we're thinking about this gap here, okay? So basically just bring my hand just through that gap. If he has a different style of grip, right? Same thing, I'm pulling us through that gap, okay? I just have to think about where that gap is and go there. And over time it becomes kind of instinctual, but I've seen this too many times when people are new. They get a grip and they're just like, struggling, pulling their hand in every direction with the one that's gonna work, okay? So it's really important to think about the anatomy of the hand here, okay? Pulling your hand out. So, and of course you can go as a cross grip, same thing, right? It doesn't matter if it's a straight across or a straight grip or a cross grip, okay? Just pulling it through the gap in the hands. Now if you have a 2-on-1 grip, that's where it's gonna be more difficult, because now one hand is covering the gap for the other. So it's gonna be very difficult. And when I was new to like grappling, this was very difficult for me because I wasn't big and strong enough just to rip my arm out. But it's really important to understand now that we have to use my second hand to defend my other hand. So I'm gonna take my hand and attack either the pinky line of one hand or the thumb line on the other, okay? And it really doesn't matter which, okay? But I'm not gonna grab his fingers, at least in a grappling context, because that's mean, and you know it's illegal to grab single digits and start twisting. Although in a street self-defense context, you know, go nuts, right? But I'm gonna attack the palm, okay? So I'm just gonna get my hand on the palm and pull and push and pull, okay? So I'm pulling the hand and pushing my hand away. So I'm stripping, and now it's a one-on-one scenario, and I break the grip. Okay, so there's this 2-on-1 grip, and I can attack just as easily on the thumb line on either hand, okay? Pulling and pushing, and then breaking the 1-on-1, okay? So we just take it from a 2-on-1 to a 1-on-1, and we already have the solution for that. And it doesn't matter what grip he's using. It could be a burrito grip, okay? Same thing, attacking the thumb line, the pinky line, whichever is more comfortable for me, easier to get to. Push and pull, break the grip. Okay, go elbow to elbow, okay? So if he has like a elbow grip, right? Same thing here, attacking the hands on either side. I usually like to free my elbow first, but you can do it either way, okay? So you know, just let my partner get different grips on me, okay? I'm just gonna practice breaking. And often when we do this in class, I'm gonna go ahead and re-grip to him. Now he's gonna break my grip and re-grip to me. Right, so I'm gonna go trade back and forth. I'm breaking the pattern, you get the idea, okay? So we're just kind of playing with this grip fighting, okay? Now, there are different grips that we're gonna apply here. So if he has a collar tie, okay, this is a little different. I could reach back and grab his hands, but typically I'm gonna use my upper body to defend my head, okay? So my favorite way of breaking this grip is gonna be by turning my shoulders. My shoulders connecting to his forearm, turning my shoulders, turning my body, turning my hips, and I'm actually gonna like throwing like a hook here, okay? If you're watching kickboxing videos, and either he's gonna crank his arm pretty bad, or in addition, he's gonna lose his grip. Boom, so I'm breaking that grip there. Now, very often, I'm going to re-grip to him in a particular way, which is establishing my Russian tie, okay? Turning my shoulders, gripping across to his wrist at the same time, breaking his grip, and I usually go under, but that's me. You could go over just as easily on that grip, okay, from my Russian tie right here. We'll be getting into more of that as we go, but this is a thought for you guys. So the main thing though is defending this grip, turning my shoulders, boom, breaking his grip, okay? So guys, always thinking about making sure my opponent isn't establishing dominant grips on me, and I want to be establishing dominant grips on my opponent, okay? And that's the game, that's the fun part and that initial phase of grappling, is learning how to establish the position you want for what you're trying to accomplish. So guys, go ahead and play with this, and it's a fun game to play. Like if you have kids really love this, especially because it doesn't really hurt most of the time. You know, and it's kind of a fun way to get practice. Do it with your partner, your spouse, or training partner if you have one available. So guys, like this video if you thought it was good, subscribe to our channel, and as always, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you on the mats.